Hi, welcome back to the garden. Today is Monday, April 24th. 68 degrees. Forecast is for planting. Yeah, we made it through yesterday. We didn't get a freeze last night, so we're done. We're gonna start planting. But before I can do that, I need to clean this up just a little bit. So give me a minute and we'll get some stuff in the ground. We had this banked up. I'm just gonna lay this in here where this bale was. Everywhere we uncover and everywhere we're gonna cover, we're gonna put some of this castor oil down. We're gonna treat this. We'll make sure those voles don't come back in. And with the amount of grub worms that I'm pulling up and earthworms, I think we're pretty good as far as the moles go. Still, if there still are little mole tunnels, we're going to treat these. That way the voles don't want to use them. Now the good thing about the straw is it comes off in flakes, and it's just about the same size as those bags. So now we've covered that back up. Remember, the ground wants to stay covered. You just take these flakes, get it right in there. You can get it right in there up against your plants. And as this continues to break down, we'll spread it out a little more. And this will give us a great little walkway between our Swiss chard, our kohlrabi, our beets. We've got some cabbages down in there. Believe it or not, I really did have a plan. And the wire that we strung yesterday, coming across here, we're gonna go ahead and plant some squash back here. These bales were always intended to spread out right here. And the wood shavings were always intended to be mulch around the stuff we planted. So come on, let's plant. Now to plant in the deep mulch, you want to take it down to bare soil. And I'm going to go on an angle right here. And I'm going to space these out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clear the mulch in a few spots. And that makes planting just a little easier. But look at that soil. And come on down just a little bit on your angle. Or on your line. Now I could be down here and just pull it away with my hands, but this is going to make this just a little faster. Now I may have to come out here, do like we did last year, plant one thing every day until we get it all planted. But today, we're going to put in some yellow squash. You gotta love the deep mulch. Just look what it does to your soil. And there's our worms right there. So I think we're good with the moles. We just got to keep the voles out. What I like about these seed trays, got that rubber bottom you just push up. And there's your plant. You don't have to make your hole very deep. You just want to plant it right to the crown. Snug it in. Move on down. There's number 2. Number 3 in the ground. Number 4. Number 5. couple of these aren't really quite big enough. We're just gonna go ahead and fill some soil back in here, and in a few days we'll plant these out. Even though that soil's good and moist underneath that mulch, you do want to give them a little drink. Make sure you got all the air pockets out. Then we're gonna come back and mulch with this sawdust. Just enough to cover the soil. As these get a little bigger, we'll just add more mulch in around them. We probably could plant a little more. I chewed up a little more time than I expected taking that coal frame apart. Now we got plenty of time to plant. It got warm enough, we need to water in the greenhouse. Our basil we planted the other day, it's still damp in there. Just give it a little touch. It really doesn't take very long to get a bunch in the ground. Get a little of that pre-work done. Should have done that yesterday, but I was sure it was going to freeze last night. I'm about 80% positive we're out of the woods. But I'm not really in that big a hurry to get this all out there. There's a few of the bigger plants. These are just now getting their second true leaves. We're good. A couple of these we're going to be good. They don't need to go in the ground today, but within the next couple days. I do have some tomatoes. Whether they're growing in here for a few more days or I have to pinch off a couple of the bottom leaves to get them in the ground, we're still good. You can do this too. And I encourage you to get a container, put a little bit of soil in it, drop a couple seeds in it, give it a little water. You're going to be amazed at what happens. But I do want to thank you for stopping by and helping me tear down a coal frame and get a couple things in the ground. Until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.